When you meet the Buddha on the road, kill him. So this is Zen koan, comes from Zen Buddhism, and I'm gonna try to explain the meaning of this and try to show how it can be applied. So what does this mean? It sounds kind of odd. Why would a Buddhist saying say something about killing the Buddha? What does that mean? So basically, when you're on the path, when you're on the road, and what I mean by that is a spiritual path towards awakening, or whatever spiritual goal you have in mind. Ultimately, spirituality and spiritual practices lead towards awakening, or that's the aim. But as you're doing that, what's going to happen is a big part of spiritual practices is becoming more mindful of your thoughts, and being reflective, and doing an honest inquiry into the truth. And what that can mean is dismantling beliefs that were once held, that are not necessarily true. So, Buddhism is a religion, and this particular saying comes from Zen Buddhism. And I think that personally, Buddhism is quite aligned with awakening, whereas the modern interpretations of some other religions are maybe not so concise and not so strategically designed to cause an awakening. So Buddhism, I find, is actually a pretty pretty great religion if you are a religious type who actually is trying to seek truth. I'm not Buddhist, I'm not religious, but I do think that it's uh, pretty solid, and it does work for people. Uh, is it the best method? Not necessarily, but it does work for people, and it's authentic and genuine, as far as I'm aware, and it seems that way to me. But so, like I said, we're dismantling our beliefs through reflection, on this path of seeking truth. But as we're doing that, we're learning a lot of beliefs. If we're taking the Buddhist route, then we're going to be also learning new beliefs and picking up new teachings. It's not meant to be a belief. The teachings aren't meant to be beliefs, but the mind has a tendency of swapping out beliefs for new beliefs. So even though you're trying to dismantle your beliefs, the things that you hear in the teachings are likely to cause you to attach to new thoughts, concepts, beliefs. And basically, the aim of Buddhism, which is to achieve Buddhahood, and in other words, to awaken. To get there is to dismantle all that's not true. And on the path, if you turn the teachings into new truths, then that is a trap. And that's what I call meeting the Buddha on the road, right? So these are false understandings. These are false landings. See, every belief is like a landing, right? Um, and when you land, then you are deluded in your belief again. So awakening is almost like, An expression I've heard from somebody else is that awakening is kind of like being pushed out of an airplane without a parachute. But that's okay because there's no landing, there's no ground. So if we think of ourselves being pushed out of our beliefs, that might feel kind of weird, but there's nothing but beliefs. So if we just let go of needing to believe anything, if we allow ourselves to be neutral, if we self-reflect to the point where we realize all beliefs are fabrications and all we have are fabrications, then there's no landing. As soon as you fabricate a belief or a landing, then you're back on a delusional ground, and that's what can happen on the path. And this delusional ground is like the Buddha that you meet on the road. If you feel like you figured something out, if you feel like you met the Buddha, if you feel like you awakened, then you didn't, because that's a belief. Ironically, if you don't believe anything, then that's that awakening. So it's kind of paradoxical. There's nobody to claim awakening. There's no Buddha to meet on the road. If you like this video, then please hit the like button. If you want to see more content like this, then please subscribe. If you have any comments you want to leave, then please comment down below. If you know anybody who might like this, then please share it. And if you want to get notifications whenever I drop new content, then hit that little bell button. And I hope you have a great rest of your day.